So this question is from Sudhakaran, and definitely unplugging from toxic situations wisely is great, right? But what if if you have to remain in a toxic situation or relationship, how can you remain in that, which are inevitable, and manage the situation?
That's a great question. And, unfortunately, sometimes we don't have the opportunity to leave toxic relationships. Perhaps if you're a child or someone who's maybe a coworker or something. As I said earlier, you can't control other people's behaviors and thoughts. You can't. What you can control is your reaction, your responses to them. Um, this is challenging, but here's what I like to do when I'm in a toxic situation or I'm dealing with someone who's difficult, whether it's a student or a coworker or a family member, etc. We have to recognize that all of us right now are struggling, and to give a little, like leeway to some people. But I think the bottom line is this: you can't control what other people are going to behave and react. Now, if the situation is a danger to you, like a physical danger, then that's an issue. Clearly, if your physical health or your physical safety is in danger from this toxic relationship, then that's an issue where we have to some action needs to be taken. But sometimes, if you're in a toxic relationship, if there's not an option to leave, maybe ask yourself, how do I, as even though I can't change this person's behaviors, what can I do in some way to reframe the thinking around this? What is perhaps causing the person to react in this way? Not saying that you are the person to blame the person acting this way, but knowing that this person acting this way because this person might be going through some struggles in life, or might be having some other challenges, and it could just be something that is part of their emotional psychological makeup. But the point being is that, and as hard as it is, it's important to recognize that you are not the contributor. You are not the person responsible ultimately for that person's behaviors. You are responsible for your own behaviors and how you want to respond to it. Again, it's unique to each person. So whether the talk if it's a relationship at work, well, that can be easily modified by talking to someone in HR. If it's something that's a family member, are there other people in your family you can talk to about this? Are there other people in your family who are also experiencing this? Is there a way you can begin to rely on each other? Are there people you can rely on to help you and support you when you find yourself in these toxic situations?